Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, headmistress of the Budo Ryu Kai, where we teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu. And for those of you who don't know what that is, those are the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. Well, today I'm going on one of my walks, and I'm going to share some of my thoughts on the martial arts with all of you guys. Today I want to talk about 2019 in review. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to go over the good times, the bad times, the bullshit that I learned from 2019. Like, that's what we're going to discuss in this one. I have a whole list of videos that I need to shoot for you guys, to be honest with you, but that's just my energy today. That's what I want to talk about. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So that's what we're going to go with. Now, before we begin, though, before we start the 2019 in review, I have a couple things I want to say. One, today it's kind of cold, and we're getting these big bursts of wind. And so there's no wind, and then all of a sudden, whoo, there's some wind. That's why I'm wearing a microphone today. And generally I don't wear a microphone. I just use the microphone that's on the camera. But when I do that, when it gets windy, a lot of times when I'm speaking, you don't hear my words because the camera doesn't pick it up because there's so much wind. So I'm going to give this microphone a shot and see how it sounds. Hopefully the audio isn't too bad. And if it's good, then, what the hell, I might use it more often, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm going to give the audio of this little microphone a shot today and see if it works well. The other thing I want to say before I get going, which I say this in all my videos anyway, but if you guys are interested in traditional Japanese martial arts, reality-based self-defense, the ancient traditions of the ninja and samurai, concealed carry, weapons tactics, survival skills, martial arts theory, thought, philosophy, any of those kind of topics, that's what my channel is about. That's what my channel is about. And if you guys are interested in that, please subscribe to my channel. Click the subscription. And when you guys subscribe to the channel, don't just subscribe. You got to click the bell, because you could subscribe to the channel, but that doesn't mean you're getting the updates of when my videos are going up. And I do put up 2 to 3 videos a week. So please click the bell. That way you guys get the notifications and you know when my videos are being posted, and you can keep up with everything that we're doing. Okay. I make a wide range of videos, whether it's, striking or takedowns or grappling or weapons tactics, concealed carry, survival skills, reality-based self-defense, all that kind of stuff. So ninja, samurai, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, if you guys are interested, please subscribe. So yeah, the good, the bad, the goals, the ugly, the whole bit, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the good stuff till I get to the end of the road here and I got to take a right. And then I'm going to talk about the bad stuff. I take a right and go up. And then when I got to take another right, I'll talk about maybe the goals and maybe the bullshit and the ugly stuff. And then, then I'll, talk about the goals and call it a video. This way it keeps me mentally focused on the topics at hand, I guess. But, yeah. So, all right, 2019, good. Let's go with the positive things of 2019. Positives are, we did better than last year. Now, 2018 was extreme. 2018 was the best I did financially in the business. And it was also I had probably the biggest stab in the back, bullshit that I've ever had to deal with in all of my martial arts career. I mean, ever in martial arts. 2018, I got fucking stabbed in the back, right? So that was that year. This year is much different because the negative really isn't that much bad. I mean, there's a couple things, but it isn't that bad. But this year, from a business or a financial perspective, we did better than last year. Now, for those of you guys who are new to the channel, I started the Budo Ryu Kai back in 2004. So this is my 16th year that I've been teaching ninjutsu professionally worldwide. 16 years I've been teaching ninjutsu professionally worldwide to students. And, I take pride in that people do recognize me as a legitimate instructor of ninjutsu worldwide. And I have people that email me and message me, hundreds of messages all week long. And I do take pride in that. And it is an honor. And I am honored that so many people interact with me and enjoy the content and the lessons that I post. And being able to share what I have with the world for the last 16 years, and then say, okay, I'm 16 years into this thing. And now in 2019, last year, 2019, we had the most people sign up in the online ninjutsu dojo than we have in a year. Every year that's gone up, by the way. And that is something that I like, because the more and more videos I make, the more and more stuff I post, the more and more people get involved. And every year we just keep beating that. Okay, well, last year we did this many people signed up, and then now this many people signed up, and then this many people signed up. So that's good that keeps climbing, and that makes me feel good, because that means that what I'm doing is constantly affecting people in a positive way, and that they want to join and they want to make themselves better through martial training. So that's a good thing. The book sales were higher than what they were in 2018, so that's good. The DVDs, the video downloads and all that kind of stuff, those sales were higher than what they were in 2018. So from a financial perspective, I would say that we're better than last year. And from an online dojo perspective, books and videos and downloads, we had the highest sales that we've ever had in 16 years. So that, and right there, that's positive. That's huge positive, because it makes me feel like when I get up and I start making these videos and talking to you guys, it makes me feel good that I get to reach out, and you guys are busting your ass, and you're working to pay your bills and to take care of your family and your responsibilities, and then you spend a couple extra bucks on a book or a DVD or something like that, and that makes me feel good that I'm doing something that makes you guys feel like you want to contribute. On the contribution, we had more donations this year to the Budo Ryu Kai website than we've had it any other year. For those of you guys who would like to donate, there's a tab on my website. It says at the very bottom to the left, it says donations. We do accept donations. There's lots of people who just watch the videos, and they're not students, but they're supporters. That's why in my videos I always say thank you to all the students and supporters, because there's a lot of people that they're not my students, they're not actually training the curriculum, but they do support what it is that I'm doing. They support what I stand for, and they want to contribute and help out, whether it's buying new mats or buying new pads, or taking care of whatever in case a student can't cover costs of certain things. And it's new uniforms for students who can't afford uniforms. I mean, it's like, it is nice that people, that you guys who, you may not be students, but you definitely are supporters of the Budo Ryu Kai, and I definitely appreciate that, and they appreciate that. So thank you guys very much for all you guys who had donated this last year in 2019. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. And so that's another high note. So again, that's just me being able to reach out and interact with more people. From a YouTube perspective, I think our channel now has 14 million fucking views. I just want to throw this shit out there. 14 million views on my channel, and I have over 40,000 subscribers. Fuck yeah. Like, my channel is growing. I'm making money on YouTube. I ain't gonna shit ya. The monetization is nice. The one thing I would say of me making videos on YouTube that I think anybody that has a very diverse channel would agree with this, is sometimes you get channels where it's like, you got Bob, and Bob makes a channel about woodworking, and his channel's only about woodworking. So he knows that every video he posts, if he has 10,000 subscribers, he should be getting, probably 50%, 5,000 views, or whatever the analytics, go with that. But he knows that 100% is all in. With me, I would say what makes my channel, I guess, a little bit unique is every video don't have the shit tons of views per se. Well, YouTube changed their analytics on that anyway. They made it to where the view count's pretty much only on YouTube, the actual platform, and the ones that you guys get, the views you get on like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, or not Instagram, but Tumblr or whatever, Blogger or WordPress or whatever. I'm not for sure that those views actually count, to be honest with you, where they used to. Years ago, my view count was higher, but the money that I made was a lot lower. Now my view count per video is a little lower, but my monetization and money I make is a lot higher. You know what I mean? So their analytics is different, but I think their analytics definitely help the content, the people who are making the videos. I think it's better for us to have it the way that it is now than the way that it was, But my YouTube channel, it's doing really good. I would say that the thing about my channel is because my channel is so diverse. I do videos like my vlog videos, like this is a vlog video where just me out and about. I'm talking about random thoughts to do with martial arts and the martial art community. But I also make videos on self-defense, reality-based self-defense, technical martial arts skills, ninjutsu, traditional ninjutsu, or samurai bujutsu, or kenjutsu, iaijutsu, and martial arts theory and thought, survival skills. I mean, weapons, tactics and training and construction of weapons. And my channel is so diverse when it comes to, what I have on there. I think what really kind of, on one hand, my subscribers go way up, but let's say that I have 10 subscribers, well, 2 of them are subscribing because I like the Kempo videos, and 2 of them are probably subscribing because I like the Jujutsu videos, and then 1 of them subscribers because they like my survival videos, and another one because they like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it makes it, not every video that I put up, I know that all of my subscribers are going to be on board with, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I think that me being more diverse with my channel helps me as a content provider, because it helps me interact with you guys more. I think when you got Bob, and Bob's only doing woodworking, you can only talk about, woodworking so much, this particular technique or whatever, you're going to run out of ideas at some point. Where here, the way that I run my channel, I don't really run out of ideas. So especially in the world of self-defense and the evolution of technology and everything else, it gives me a platform to constantly put new material up. So I would say that in 2019, last year, the YouTube channel was at its highest. Over 40,000 subs, over 14 million views on the channel, and monetization's great. So, there's all the good stuff. I've already took my right, by the way. I haven't talked about the bad. So now let's go with the bad, Bad things with 2019 is, I would say the workshops and the training camps, the attendance of those wasn't as high as previous years. They were a little bit lower. I don't know if they were drastically lower, to be honest with you. I think when you look at numbers on paper, you would say they're lower. I don't know that they were lower. I don't know that they would be drastically lower on the workshops. The Taikais were a little bit lower. The Daikomyo Sai was definitely the one that I would say was a little bit lower. That's probably, the workshops, we have 3 Taikais every year. We have the Tomoru, Shinobi Keiko, the Daikomyo Sai, and the Stealth Camp. Those are our 3 two-day camps here at the Hanbu. And that's May, June, and July. But all the other months in the year, we have workshops. And they're like little 3 or 4 hour workshops. And we do whatever the skill set that we're working on, whether it's self-defense or whatever, right? Ninjutsu or stealth walking or whatever skills we're going to be working on. And I think the workshops were maybe a little lower. Maybe at the end of the year, the numbers were the same. I haven't really looked at the whole bit. Maybe they're even. I got a feeling it's a little lower. Taikais were definitely a little bit lower. I think the Tomoru camp and the Stealth camp was probably equal to what we did in 2018. Maybe a tad lower, maybe. But definitely the Daikomyo Sai. The Daikomyo Sai is our main event. That's like the family reunion, right? That's the one I say, if everyone, you go and make one event, you make the Daikomyo Sai. And in all reality, the Daikomyo Sai was significantly lower this year. And we had a lot of students that, they're in the online dojo and they said they were coming, and then we made arrangements, and then, they just didn't show up, and it was just a low year for that one. So, hopefully in 2020, goals is, get the Daikomyo Sai back up to, where it was previous, to 2018 and 2019. Both those years were a little low. 2017 was a really big one. And 2018 wasn't bad, it's just a little less, but last year I would say the Daikomyo Sai just wasn't didn't have the numbers that I would have liked for that particular camp. So if I had to talk about, we're talking about the good, the bad here, I would say that was probably that's not a good thing. And we'd like that number to go up. Anything else that's bad? From a dojo perspective, I've had, I think every year, I think every teacher can say, we have some students come and go, and that sort of thing. And so definitely had some students come and go. What I will say, and this isn't a bad thing, I think this is what it is. The Hanbu dojo is like, I think the attendance is probably about the same as it was last year. I don't know if that really grew, but the good thing about the Hanbu is that it's just quality people. Like, everybody here is good people, you know what I mean? And they're training hard. And that's what I like about that. So there's not really anything bad to do there. social media, here's a bad part of social media. You know, social media when you're running a business sucks. And the reason for that is what they do with analytics on all platforms. First of all, I want to say, okay, so we're talking about the good and the bad. Here's the bad. The bad with social media, if you're running a business, is Facebook. It's fucking terrible. Facebook is great if you're going to spend money on ads. But if you're not spending money on ads, it's really not that good. Like, you can make a Facebook post, you have 50,000 followers on Facebook, and like 5 people click the like button, and then underneath it says like outreach or how many people actually saw the post, and it's like, you know, 300 or 400 people. It's like, why the fuck did 300 or 400 people see the goddamn post and got 50,000 subscribers? You know what I mean? It's just a little, Facebook is all about the money. So, you know, if you have a small group of people that you want to interact with, Facebook's good. I mean, if you're using Facebook for family and friends and that kind of thing, it's great. If you have a personal account, Facebook's great. But if you have a business account or a page, Facebook is not great. Facebook sucks for running a business. Unless you're going to spend money on ads, and then that's your best bet. Like, if for me to give anybody advice, if you're running a small business and you're like, fuck, I want customers, or I would like, you know, increase my customer base or whatever, Facebook is great for ads. I mean, fuck, ask Donald Trump and Putin. They'll tell you right now, that's fucking great. You put any ad up there you want, it'll work. But I had to throw that out there. Good fun, right? Good fun. But yeah, in all fairness, so we'll get off the jokes. The Facebook is really good for advertising for small businesses, unquestioned. Like, they're the best for that, but they're the shittiest for a business who don't want to invest money. Twitter's good. I think Twitter's great, but the problem with Twitter is it's the best platform to run for a business or to interact with people. The problem is it's not a lot of people have Twitter, or not a lot of people use Twitter. I think people use Twitter to reference things, like they want to go see, you know, what celebrity said this, or what politician said this, or, you know, is Facebook down, or is Instagram down, or, you know, or whatever, that sort of thing. I think you know, social media is good for, I mean, Instagram is good for those things. I think that's what people mostly use it for. I don't think most people use Instagram so much to, Twitter so much to interact. But Twitter, it actually is the best platform as a business to use if you're trying to interact and get, you know, put your message out there and have people see it. Because if people are subscribing to you or they're following your Twitter, they're going to get your message. So I would say, you know, Twitter for me is always great. YouTube this last year was great. Facebook's good if I'm running ads. Instagram, same thing. Instagram and Facebook work the same. Instagram for me is great as long as I'm running ads. If you're not running ads as a business, then because they're owned by the same people, you know what I mean? So there's the ugly side. We're talking about good, bad, and the ugly. That's probably a little bit of the ugly, dealing with the fucking social media and, you know, and that sort of thing. I'd say that was probably the ugly. The ugly of the ugly happened in December. I had this one student, and out of all 16 years of me teaching ninjutsu, teaching martial arts, you know, I've had this one student. He started, goddamn, 13 years ago probably. I mean, he started a long time ago, 13, 14 years ago, 12, I don't know, some shit like that. And he came off and on, and worked his way all the way up, even to the black belt. Got a black belt, and but this particular student, out of every student I've ever had since the very beginning, out of all students, anybody I've ever trained, this one guy, which I'm going to keep him anonymous. You guys know I don't mention names, and I don't put people on blast, and I don't talk about haters. I don't do that because I don't think it's appropriate. But I do think it's appropriate to talk about situations, because that's how people learn. You use situations to teach. So I am going to use this individual again in a video I got coming up this week. So for those of you guys who watch all my videos, you're going to hear this little bit probably twice, just from a different angle, right? But anyway, this guy's the most arrogant, egotistical, self-centered student I have ever had in my life. And let me tell you something, I don't think he doesn't know it. One time it was just me and him in class, and this was like within the last like 6 months. I'm like, you know, I kind of eased into it a little bit, and we're talking, dude, you're all about you. You need to, like, you know, stop being so freaking arrogant, egotistical, you know, self-centered. Like, his image of himself, like, he cares more about his image than he cares about anything else, you know? he's got to drive this and he's got to have this clothes, you know, got to have this look. And the look doesn't always have to be expensive. He got to have look. He's got to have this car, and you know, he's doing this and this. And one time we had class, and when we practice kenjutsu, half the time people have a stick in their hand, goddamn boken. And then for those of you guys who, or we'll use an Iaito, and for those of you guys who need to get a good Iaito for training, I think it's called Sword and Armory. They got a Musashi Iaito for about 35, 39 bucks. That's the one that I believe that's about right. And that's the one we use at the Hambu a lot. We got a couple of those, and that's what I tell the students to buy for training. It's like 30, 40 bucks, you know? It's cheap, it's a great sword to work with. You don't put a lot of money into it, but it's a way to work on your technique. And because you don't put a lot of money into it, you ding it up, and you don't feel so bad about it. You know what I mean? So anyway, he comes in with like a $600-800 sword, like fucking $600 to $800 sword. Can't use it for shit, but man, he likes the way it looks, and oh, you know, all this shit. And then I'm like, you're swinging it wrong, you're doing this wrong. And whole time I'm banging on him, like, you know, I'm ripping him, and he's so arrogant and all about himself that he wasn't realizing, he was thinking that I was like saying things that like I didn't like his sword. That wasn't nothing to do with the sword. It's like, why the fuck are you spending $600, $700, all this money? You know, even if you got a good deal and paid $300 for the fight, why would you spend that kind of money? You don't even need to fucking use the damn thing. And then I'm like, why did you do that? And he's just like, I like the way it looks. I like the way, you know, and I'm just like, oh fuck, you know. But anyway, he's like that. So fast forward, he kind of did some shit that he had an issue with me. Well, he did some things in his teens when he was first year, and then he quit. And then he came back and he ran into more financial problems, and then he quit. And then he came back and it was more financial problems, and then he quit. And he came back and it was more financial problems, and he quit. It was that kind of thing. And I mean, I bet you he left and come back with financial problems, you know, 7, 8, 9 times. Every time I'm the one on the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? And I know this guy, like literally he started when he's a teenager. He's in his 30s now. He's got a career job. He bought a house. He's got a nice car. I mean, this isn't somebody that's like, you know, scratching for a penny here. You know what I mean? So when he came back this last time, I'm like, you know, I'm thinking in my head, it's like, okay, you're in your 30s. There's no way you're going to keep up this horse shit that you've done all these times. You know what I mean? And I mean, shit. Yeah. But anyway, we'll get to that story in a different video. But anyway, no, like, here we come again. And I'm like, long story short, you know, dude, you got to be shitting me. And then his, you know, arrogant ass actually just really talked down to me and treated me like dirt. And, you know, I definitely expected the arrogance. I didn't expect that. And so I texted him, and, you know, I tried to call him, and he texts back. He goes, you know, he didn't want to reply to my text. And then I tried to call him, and he didn't want to call me back. And, you know, it kind of sucks when you have someone that you've known for many years and they treat you like dirt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know that in all reality, you know, is the worst thing, and if that's the worst thing of 2019, that I had an arrogant student that's so fucking self-centered that he doesn't even see it, and he's disrespectful to me. I mean, in all reality, if the worst thing of 2019 is that I had an arrogant, self-centered student who, you know, talks down to me, left the dojo, it's not a bad thing, you know. I don't know that that's a bad thing. So I would say that goes into the bad, maybe not the ugly. The ugly is the social media. Fucking, I use social media every day, multiple times a day, and I fucking hate social media. It gets on my goddamn nerves. You know, everyone has a fake ass ID and a name badge and and it's just like, you know, whatever. And of course, everyone's a goddamn master too. You know, you can't talk to someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, everyone who you talk to, you know, knows this and, you know, has all this knowledge. And then when you finally strip down to it and you finally get them to talk, and they're like, dude, you're fucking showed on. You know, half the shit you think you know, or, you know, blah, 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 it's the kind of shit, but it's all right. I mean, you meet nice people. I mean, the good thing with social media, it's a double-edged sword. You need to have it. You do meet a lot of really good people. You make friendships. You learn, you meet people, and sometimes the relationship starts out rocky and then it becomes good, you know? So there's the positive. The bad thing with social media is if you're running a business, which I am, you have to spend money to make it work for you. And that's where it kind of sucks, because, you know, advertisement as a small business owner sucks because it's expensive, and you're constantly like, you know, do we pull that card? What do I advertise? You know, one thing I did that I think really helped my YouTube channel looking back is on Facebook. I started running ads to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that was really good. Like, that really helped boost my YouTube subscription, you know. Yeah, that was great. That really helped. And you could choose like from what area, you know, whether you just want them to be like, you know, from the United States or Europe or whatever country you're in. So I would say that was a good thing, you know, running ads to promote my YouTube channel. I thought that one definitely helped. But if you're running a business, social media is a constant pain in the ass, because you want to interact with people, but only your hardcore followers are the only ones that's really going to see everything. And the majority of your followers are not that hardcore, and they might check in once every other week or so, and they miss out on so much. And then, you know, you're sitting back and you're like, damn. That's why I share a lot of my stuff. Like, I'll, like, once, 2 or 3 times a week, I'll reshare something I did a year ago. Oh, 1 year ago today, kind of thing. Because it doesn't come up with new material all the time when the majority of the followers aren't liking your posts or sharing your posts or whatever. You know, you want your page, because that's another thing. On social media, if you're not active, they don't find you, because you're not up in the search box. So you have to be active. So like on YouTube, if you're not making 2 or 3 videos a week, or at least 1 video a week, you're not active. So you know how like on the side it'll say like related search kind of thing? Those related search videos from active accounts. So if you're not active on your channel, if you're not putting up a video a week, or I think it's like a video every 10 days, I think is the analytics. So basically like 3 or 4 videos a month. If you're not at least putting up 3 or 4 videos a month, you're not even on that sidebar where it's like, you know, related video, you know, unless it's something that's directly related with the name of the video, you know what I mean? So if you want to have people find your channel, you got to be active, you know. And same thing with all the other ones. When they have the search bar, when you're searching for ninjutsu or bujutsu or yaijutsu or whatever it is, you know, if you're not active on Facebook, then you're not going to be up on the related search. You'll be so far down in the search results because you're not an active page. They're going to put the most active ones at the top. So there's a little bit for you guys who are running businesses and you guys are using social media. But yeah, there's my walk, guys. There's 27 minutes of me rehashing the year of 2019. Good year. You know, financially was the best year we've had, and that's good. Didn't really have a lot of bullshit this year like we did in 2019. Did not have the bullshit that we had in 2018 and 2017 and that shit. But yeah, it was overall a good year. So goals of 2020, keep on keeping on. Yeah, keep on keeping on. I think what I'll do is I'll make a 2020 goal video, because this one's 28 minutes. I ain't going to bore you guys any more than I already have. For those of you guys who stuck around this long, you know, congrats, you know, kudos to you. You did a good job, right? But here we go. Here's my outro. So for all of you guys who are watching this video, if you guys are interested in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, you're very interested in reality-based self-defense, you want to get in shape, you want to feel good, you want to be motivated and get in good physical shape, and you want to train in the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai, please log on to my website at www.budoryuninjutsu.com. There you can click where it says schools. If you live next to one of our schools, give them a call. If not, click where it says online dojo. You guys can start your training today and get going and training with me through the online ninjutsu dojo. So there you go. Again, www.budoryuninjutsu.com. There will be a link below. Also, subscribe to the channel. If you made it this long, that means you like something. So subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and keep up with the other videos that I post, okay? Talk to you guys soon. Bye.